Now we'll cover the basics of pediatrics. Let's start with growth and development, which is defined as a dynamic, ongoing process consisting of the sum of the many psychological and psycho-emotional changes that take place throughout the lifespan. The most rapid period of growth and development is seen during early childhood. While each child develops at his own unique pace, with periods of spurts and lulls, all children progress through an identifiable sequence of physical, cognitive, and emotional growth and change. The entire process includes several key components. Growth refers to an increase in the number and size of cells, resulting in increased body size and weight. Development refers to gradual advancement in the skills needed to function. Maturation indicates an increase in competence and ability, making it possible to function at a higher level. Differentiation is the process by which early cells and structures are modified to achieve a specific structure that makes it possible to carry out a specific function. These ongoing processes are interrelated and interdependent and have specific genetic, endocrine, environmental, constitutional, and nutritional influences. While the child's physical body becomes larger and more complex, the child's personality is likewise developing in scope and complexity. In a nutshell, growth is about quantitative changes, or size, while development is about qualitative changes, or functional abilities. It's important to remember that growth and development are continuous processes that require both physical and psychological energy. The lulls and spurts that occur are related to the differing needs and requirements at various ages. Physical growth is very fast during infancy and then levels off to a more gradual and steady rate during early childhood, up until puberty. Puberty brings another sudden spurt in growth as well as developmental maturation. Moving on to height, a full-term newborn's length averages about 20 inches, increasing by about 10 inches during the first 12 months of life. This slows down after that first year to about 5 inches in the second year, then to about 3 inches per year for the preschooler. Between the ages of 6 and 10, children grow about 2 inches per year. The most growth in height is seen during puberty. Girls typically experience a peak increase in height at age 13, about a year before boys do. The girls' growth spurt happens earlier, but for boys, the growth spurt lasts a longer time. Boys' growth in height usually stops around age 18 to 20. Now for weight. Most full-term newborns weigh between 5 and 9 pounds at birth. Birth weight doubles in the first 4 to 7 months, with an average weekly weight gain of 5 to 7 ounces. By the time the baby is 1 year old, the birth weight is tripled. Toddlers, preschoolers, and school-aged children all gain about 4.5 to 6.5 pounds each year. With the growth spurt at puberty comes a period of rapid weight gain, in all an average of 38 pounds for girls and 52 pounds for boys. Bone development is totally completed by the early 20s, when the epiphyses and diaphyses of the long bones are fused. Tooth formation is already in progress at birth. In fact, tooth buds appear at 11th week of fetal development. The permanent teeth are developing as well. At about 6 months of age, teething begins when the lower central incisors erupt. The typical pattern is the 2 upper central incisors appear next, although this can vary. Many children will have 6 teeth by age 1 and all 20 primary teeth by the time they are 2.
Motor development moves in a head-to-toe or cephalocaudal pattern. For example, babies are first able to control their eyes to track an object, then later can move the head from side to side. They have control over the head before getting control of the trunk or the extremities. They can sit upright before standing and have control over their hands before they have control of their feet. In addition, motor development progresses in a proximodistal pattern, that is, from the center of the body, out to the extremities. Here are 2 important terms to remember. Prehension, this is the ability to pick up an object using the fingers and thumb in a pincer grasp, and locomotion, the ability to walk upright without support.
Growth dimensions that we measure include weight, height or length, and head circumference. These measurements are tracked over a time and plotted on standardized growth charts to determine the normal pattern for an individual child and to compare the child's progress with standardized norms.